Welcome back. International news for you this morning. U.S. President Joe Biden has delivered his State of the Union address. In fact, just some moments ago, gun control laws, the Ukraine and Russia war, and reflections on the state of the country's economy, just some of the issues that he touched on in his speech. Let's get you some analysis on it now. We're joined by Phillip Scott, the founder of the African Diaspora News Channel. He joins us live from Houston, Texas this morning. Phil, it's great to see you. Thanks for staying up so late on a Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning here in South Africa. So, broad strokes, what did you make of the tone of the President's State of the Union address? Reports calling him very animated, also some saying that he was quite combative.
Yes, from what I saw, he definitely was kind of combative, especially when it came to the point about Social Security. That's a big, topic in America right now, because what they're saying is that Republicans talking about some, not all, either privatization of Social Security, or some want to raise the age to 70, and some say they want to do away with it completely. So that was really got the people upset that he claimed that they just wanted to get rid of it. That was one combative part. Kind of like the UK Parliament a little bit. We normally don't see that in American politics. There were some instances that he appeared to be tough on some things, but the main thing he should have been tough about, for me, he was quite disappointing on when he started talking about China.
What else in terms of, you talk about this combative approach that he took at some points in his speech. It's sort of understandable, isn't it, given how divided Congress is?
Well, Congress is very divided because of, right now, the partisan politics is just really heavy right now. So he knows kind of when to do that, just to try to get his point across. But with the way things are divided in American politics right now, that's not really going to, make anyone do anything, because he just raised his voice or he gets combative.
Elections 21 months away. Surely this is also sort of a precursor to him launching his re-election bid. It
could be, but some people, of course me, I feel he shouldn't run. But some people, think they're going to get behind him. I'm along the lines of not supporting any political party, just seeing what they're going to do for Black America. Because the Democrat Party has gotten our votes for the past 50 to 60 years and haven't done anything with it. So I just believe that we got to wait and see if someone has a policy that's going to benefit Black America. The policing challenges in the Black community, if we stay on topic this morning, Phil, that was sort of a big part of what he had to say in his address, and also very interesting to also look at the guests he chose to have at his State of the Union address. Yes, well, for me with that particular topic, it kind of frustrates me because when he was elected in 2020, the Democrats had the House, the Democrats had the Senate, and of course he was the president. They could have done anything they wanted to do something about policing. The main thing people said was unqualified immunity, which, gives police like this wide berth to kill people, and they can just get away with it, even just saying, I thought he had a gun. Not that he had a gun. I thought he had one. He won't get criminal charges. So people wanted things like that eliminated, the chokeholds, the no-knock warrants, things like that. So they put up a George Floyd, Justice and Policing Act. It didn't get past the Senate because of the filibuster, and that's a rule that we have to have 60 senators to vote on something like for something for it to pass. That's a rule. That's not a law. So that bill didn't even get passed whatsoever. So now we're having the same thing happen all over again. And what did people come out in the middle of a global pandemic to vote for at this point if you're still having the same thing happen?
Yeah. Gun control laws as well is something that the U.S. seems to just be going around and round in circles in. Did he say anything that tells you that we're moving forward on that conversation?
No, especially with this particular Republicans running the House. That's not going to happen. Republicans' main thing is the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is enshrined in the U.S. Constitution, basically the right to bear arms. And to take guns away from, Caucasian people in America, you won't have a problem.
He talked a lot about healthcare reforms, Phil. He talked a lot about improving access to life-saving cancer treatments as well. That's obviously something, given his own family history, that's close to his heart.
Well, I agree with anything that tries to help people, so that part of it about lowering insulin costs, lowering, drugs, cancer drugs, or anything that people need. I'm all in support of that. I'm not against that because it should not, break a person's finances just to try to, help themselves with an ailment.
In terms of his attitude, and you've already touched on this insofar as what he had to say about China, perhaps even what he had to say on the Russia-Ukraine war, is he the kind of president, do you think, that is the right person to be in the hot seat, given what we're facing in terms of world crises?
Just in my personal opinion, no, he's not. To me, he's not tough enough when he needs to be. People can say whatever they want to say about Donald Trump, but Donald Trump, people were scared of him. They didn't know what he was going to do. He was very unpredictable. And that's actually an advantage in war, or it's an advantage when you're trying to play the world politics. Biden, just what I just seen recently with the surveillance balloon over the United States and the way it was handled, it took days for them to even recognize it. They wanted to shoot it down immediately, but they wanted to wait to get over the Atlantic Ocean. I thought he was going to take a more tougher approach on China about that. I was looking for that to come out, right? But that didn't come out other than him talking about competition with China.
So Phil, if not Biden, in your opinion, for 2024, then who?
No, not at all.
Then who, Phil?
I don't really know yet. We have to see what the playing field looks like. We know Donald Trump is going to run again, but we don't know who is going to be. For me, I'm always looking for policies that's going to benefit definitely, Black America. So until I get a policy, but Biden's not in. He haven't done that with the last vote we gave.
Well then, Phillip Scott, let's leave it there for now. Thanks very much, as always, for joining us. Live to us there from Houston, Texas, coming up for 11 p.m. where you are. He is the founder of the African Diaspora News Channel, as we continue to track some reactions, some analysis to U.S. President Joe Biden having delivered his State of the Union address.